Hi greedy 3Ds, it's been a while since I threw a random resin into the Ultracraft Reflex RS, in this case the Turbo, to see if it would print and print well. Today's little experiment is with this. This is Funcrecol. Funcrecol resin. I'm going to test this in there. I'm going to be using PAP 10 settings. That's quite a good all-round setting, around about 1.9 second exposure time ish, and we'll see how we get on. You may remember Funcrecol from their UV curing putty and UV curing putty in a syringe, which I tend to use quite a lot, and I've just given away a few samples of that, and if I do get any more little samples, I hope you're listening, Funcrecol, I will send them over to whoever else wants them. But today we're testing the resin, so let's get this in the Ultracraft Reflex RS Turbo and see how we get on using PAP 10 settings. If you're interested, stay tuned. So within the blueprint slicer, you'll see a load of resins. These are their proprietary resins. If you're not using their proprietary resins, choose a profile that you believe will be the best to match. Always start, I would suggest, with something like PAP 10 or PAS 10 or PAP 10. Choose a 50 micron layer line size and try that. Give it a go and see how you get on. We are pouring in Funcrecol resin into here. Just want to say thank you to Funcrecol for sending me this to have a little play with. I do so enjoy these resins. Pour it in. I'm not going to pour it into an existing HeyGears bottle. I'm just going to literally pour it straight into the vat. Give it a bit of a lap. I'm not going to put too much in there because if it didn't work, I don't want to be getting too much out. Go into the main settings, tell it to print. It will tell you straight away that, well, in my case, I'm not using the pulse release module. I'm all right with that. And it'll also say there's no cartridge installed yet. Just tell it to continue everything. Now, it's quite warm here in the old UK, but it still uses the heater a little bit to a warm said resin to around about 23 degrees. And there we go. The process has begun, and here a few minutes later is the frozen XP test. And do you know what? Look at that. Words will say a lot, but pictures speak volumes. Look at that, beautiful. The wording looks good, the little circles are good. I'm happy with that. I think the exposure is absolutely fine. The aficionados amongst you may agree or may disagree, and I'd be happy to listen to you in the comments, but I was so happy with that I went and printed the Neo the Neo model from Wicked, and there was one failure, which was the left arm. Pretty much my fault because I didn't put enough supports into a solid arm. When I redid this with a little slight change to orientation and a few more supports, it printed absolutely gorgeously. It all come off the build plate marvellously, which is always a good indicator. And if you're wondering what happens if you have a failure on the RS, there is a screen clean option, a resin tank clean option. You pop this little device that it came with my original Reflex, but any flat piece of maybe supports will do. Hold it in. You just want something flat. Put it in the corner. Hold it in while it cures. And what I always do is once it's cured the first time round, I'll give it a second going over as well. So it has two lots of curing. And once it's done that, all you need to do, if you put it in the corner, some of it will be attached, some of it won't. So you can just lift it and peel it off. Again, a support that's that you're not using will do, but this little tool that's HeyGears sent is amazing. It's great, and all you need to do is peel that bottom layer off, and anything that's stuck to the vat, any of the fouled prints, any little bits and pieces that lie on the bottom will be attached or cured to that, and you can pull them out and away you go. Also make sure you just give your build plate a really good clean. This thing is really sensitive. I think it's 0.2 microns. It will pick up a foreign body, so make sure you clean everything out if you've had a failure. Here is said model. Here is Neo's head. You think you agree, it looks all right, don't it? I'm going to give it a little bit of a warm up with a hairdryer. Look at the supports. Again, the video speaks for itself. Those supports, once heated, will just ooze away. You don't necessarily need to heat them. They will come away relatively easy without, but I do like to either hairdryer them a little bit or put them in a bit of hot water, and they literally just crumble and fall away. They leave a couple of little nubbins, as do all supports, but that's just part of your post clear up process. And on the gun, look at the detail here. Look at the back of the gun. Look at that little bit at the back there that's It's like 1 micron thick. It's incredible. For the base, I didn't do that in resin. I did that in Slogic PLA and used that, printed the base. I'll show you the base in a bit. But what I also did was add another bottle of this skin colour. This is the Funcrecol. So I topped up the grey, hence a couple of pieces will be a different colour, just to make sure I've got enough resin. And here is Neo from the Matrix, created by Wicked. Look at the detail. There's that base I was on about that I printed in the Slogic. Beautiful on my A1. Lovely. Look at the detail in that print. There's no clean up here. I haven't done anything apart from cleaned it, cured it, stuck it together. Hence, you know, there's no gluing together. I've got to fill a few gaps. But do you agree with me? Is that detail blooming amazing? Is everything looking good? The tolerances were good. The detail's good. Everything is just fab. I cannot wait to see what this looks like when I've cleaned it up and I've filled a couple of the gaps. Again, with that Funcrecol putty, and the reason I use that is it's an instant fix. As soon as you put it in and you cure it, you're ready to go to the next stage of sanding and painting. Look at the detail. Up close, you can see I've got to do a little bit of cleanup where the supports maybe have just been there. But the detail is lovely. You can see this texture in the skin. That's how good it is. Just look at that. Wonderful. Happy with that PAP 10 setting on the Funcrecol resin, and I think we're just ready now for the cleanup and the painting stage. So I think we've got a successful print here. If you're thinking about buying Funcrecol resin, and I'll put some links, there'll be non-affiliated links in the description, you can get hold of it and you can try it yourself. But I'm happy with the end result there. I can't complain at all. The gun as well, look at the detail in that. Again, don't look at the support nubbins that need sanding off. Look at the back of the gun, that tiny little, it looks like a bracket of some kind. Everything's printed. You can even see the wording. Oh, it's incredible. So happy. This HeyGears RS Turbo. And this is without the pulse and release module, don't forget. Beautiful results. I had to show you this. When I put the holes in, because I'd hollowed the model, I put a hole straight through. We've all done this. We've all done this, haven't we? We shouldn't, but we have. And I'm going to use some of this Funcrecol putty. This is UV curing putty that you may have seen me use before. I'm sorry if you have, but I thought it's really important to just show you, since we're dealing with Funcrecol here, just use this putty to fill your holes in. The good thing with this putty is it's quite mobile and manipulative. You can move it, you can squeeze it, it'll do a load of work with it, and until it's cured it stays in its moldable format. And all I'm going to do here is fill that gap. I'm going to push it into the gap. What I'll probably do here, what I will do here is cure it and then put another layer on the top. But you guess what I'm doing? I'm putting it in the hole. I'm going to use a UV torch, or you can put it in your curing station. It works a lot quicker. And once it's cured, I'm going to put another little layer on. I'm going to work it into them there gaps, give it a good old push, because at this stage I want to do as much with it as I can, because when it goes hard, it is hard and it's more difficult to actually sand it and file it. You can do it, of course you can, but it's more difficult. So get this stage as much as you can do. Take your UV light and then harden that off again. And then all I'm going to do is just add, I've got like this little scraping tool. I'm just going to scrape back in one of the details. It's still a little tiny bit pliable at the moment. I've only just give it a temporary sort of cure, and once I've done that, I'm going to cure it properly and sanding it down, and it'll be done. It'll be ready. So that hole that was there now, easy peasy fix with the Funcrecol UV putty. Wunderbar. If you've got those joins between two of your prints, use the syringe version of the putty. Put it on. This is really pliable, and you can then use your gloved hand to just smooth it into the gaps. You can rub it down, you can mould it, you can push it firmly so it matches the pattern of the 3D print that you're using. Get it right in there to get rid of that gap between the two layers, and then use your UV torch to cure it. And obviously if you want to do another layer you can, if you want to do a third layer you can, until it's gone away completely. I do it around all the joins in the model. You can see I'm doing it there between the waist and the torso, and the gaps that were there, and there were some gaps there in this model, have now gone. And again, UV'd it all up and it's solid, it's cured, it's ready to be painted. That is the joy of Funcrecol UV putty and their UV syringe driven putty as well. So I just thought I'd show you that just for completeness, since we're talking Funcrecol. It's always good fun from my perspective putting random resins into the Ultracraft Reflex machines and just seeing what it produces, and I am never disappointed. The thing is just incredible, and as you can see there's two of them sat behind me. I've got the original Reflex here and the RS Turbo here. These are my go-to machines. These are the ones I'm always going to use to print and to make stuff with, because it's just so darn easy. If you want to get hold of one of these, you always know what I say. There's a link in the description down below. It's an affiliate link, and a little bit will kick back, but I'm not telling you because of that. I don't care if you buy it through my links or not. I'm not here to make money off you. If you do buy through the links, a little bit does kick back to Greedy 3D, and it allows me to carry on doing what I'm doing. I say that all the time, but this isn't a case of I like them, please buy them through my link, isn't that? These are my go-tos. And if you watch other big YouTubers, I'm not going to drop names, you'll see that they say exactly the same as me, because these printers are blinking marvellous. And I do believe that HeyGears may very well be running another one of their sales coming very, very soon. I'll put all the details below. If the sale isn't running yet, as soon as it is, keep an eye on the description, because it will change. I'll put a pinned comment in there to let you know when it is. But again, if you use my link and you use the code GREEDY, you usually get $50 off the price of one, and it's a winner chicken dinner for you guys. If you like what you see today, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I say this again, I'm sorry for going on about it. Most people that come to the channel watch video after video after video and don't subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It's quick, it's free, and I love you forever. And if you think about joining the Patreon, do have a look at that. All the information will be down below. The important thing to me is that you interact and you enjoy what you see. So if you like what you see, let me know. If there's anything you want me to test, let me know. If there's any other content you want me to do, let me know. We've got a few things coming up on the channel. I've got another resin I'm going to be testing real soon in the RS machines, so we'll see how we get on with that. Couple of other bits and pieces to review, so I'm not going to say too much. Keep watching, make sure you hit the notification bell, and I will see you very soon on Greedy 3D. Have a good day, and I'll see you very soon.